It's working. We're so chill. We're so fucking chill.
So chill. We're so chilling. By the way, oh wait, let me set. It's a set title, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Subtitle. My bad. I completely forgot.
All right, I got it.
And we can
That's
wait.
the
We can wait a couple minutes
Yeah, we can wait a couple minutes.
for our Jits and Johns to join.
I'm a moderator, right? All right, let me set this. Let me do the stream ping.
You're good.
Uh, Participant stream ping.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about the Discord stream kit. Let me quickly do that.
Oh yeah, can you like screen share so I can also
Oh yeah, I got you.
like yeah. Okay, thanks.
You're gonna get my entire screen because
Yeah,
it's just easier for me that way.
fair enough.
While I do this shit. Fucking. Yeah.
Okay.
What VC is this again? Live type shit?
Yeah, bye. Awesome. So joyous. Is the title changing? I
Type
The
shit? Did it
command is
change?
set title, right? It didn't change.
um.
Is it title? Set title? I don't know what the commands are.
Oh, I should just have this command. I'm literally googling this right now.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
I don't think I can change the title. Yeah, I guess I can't change the title.
oh god. It's
Do I have to do it in quotes?
no, it should be like.
Oh, is it title? Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Give me a second.
there's that chud.
No, actually, what is it though? What is what's the guys? What's the command?
Wait, don't you like? Can't you just like change it manually?
I'm not. I do not run. We do not run the Twitch.
Oh wait, who does?
It's
Saboer.
Kabir,
Who
but
has like?
Saboer does.
he's got family stuff going on, so you know.
Oh,
So scuffed, but whatever.
It's okay. It's supposed to be set title, but oh yeah. Oh, if we have like bots.
Looks
Oh wait, we need to have like a bot, like stream elements or some shit.
It
Okay.
looks like we're fucking. You know what? Let me see. I might be able to do it through this.
Oh. I tried looking through mod the mod um icon. It just does not work.
That's crazy.
Yeah. We're not I don't know.
We are Magi versus Thor again.
We are Magi versus Thor.
Magi versus Thor. Goat matchup.
Yeah, that's so weird. I used to be able to edit the shit in OBS too. Alright, it probably doesn't matter that much anyways.
Doesn't matter
I
too
don't
much,
think y'all
yeah.
care. I don't think anyone cares.
Yeah, I don't.
It's okay, we're just gonna have to make do with it, so that's okay.
We can get right into the no mod one at least.
Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah, let's talk about it. All right, no mod one. It's just a raw no mod one. I have to be honest, there isn't too much to talk about. This is 6.48 stars. So this pool It's meant to be more like 6.4, maybe pushing a little 6.5, but you know, we're in semifinals. This is, you know, we're starting to scale a bit harder now that a lot of the with competition has sort of been weeded down.
Yeah, there's a lot less players.
And by replay from I believe, was it Falu or did you end up fixing the replay?
It's our goat, Molly.
Yes, bro. Thank you, Falu.
The one and only.
Yeah, 190 BPM. I wonder if there isn't much to talk about. I do kind of mean it this time. It's really a stock standard no mod 1. Not much else to talk about other than, well, you know, you've got your key eyes to keep up with. You know how no mod 1s work by now.
Yeah, the usual aim, then break, then PI, then break.
Yeah. So, next key eye coming in. Right. There really just is not much to talk about, but I mean, it's enough no mod 1. It's you know, we're pushing the SR a little, just like quarterfinals, but you know, very straightforward map. Don't want to speak on that too much. Some streams up in this section, so it's not just raw aim. You do have to keep up a little bit with the rest of your, you know, your mechanics. But overall, div spike coming in here, cross screens, 1/3. Ooh, 1/3 scary. Goodbye accuracy. Yeah, quite silly.
Yeah, contrast to last week as well. Like last week's no mod 1, we did opt for much more consistency based no mod 1. Or like last week it was just raw aim.
Yeah,
So I think better fits this pool like quite a lot more.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is still in the same spirit. You know, Karcher no mod 1, we've moved to, I think it's the Kawari no mod 1, so, you know, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. You can tell I'm Asian because I almost mispronounced my R's and L's. And oops! Yeah, final funny slider. It's okay, Falu. Thank you, Falu, for the replay. It's a really good accuracy as well. Oh, it's not. Oh, Kawari's the diff below. Okay. Okay. I see. Okay.
Well, normal Mappool.
We'll be moving on to No Mod 2 soon. And we have, yeah, we're gonna have dual Alter Worlds Beyond the Sonic Wall mapped by Stupid Femboy. I believe that's Michaelito. I'm gonna double check before we start the map just to make sure. I think that's Michaelito. That is, yeah, Argentinian, that's Michaelito. So this is a also 190 BPM actually, through almost 4 minutes long. This is, I guess, this is most similar to, I guess, the Nomad 1, or sorry, the Nomad 2 we had in round of 6, or in round of 32. Just great streams for 4 minutes. So yeah, feel free, sit back, relax. By the way, replay was by Ellie. 99.55 is some crazy accuracy, by the way. Thank you for the replay.
Let's go. Let's go. Don't mind me, Molly. I'll give you my sand.
Standing Mitch. How long is this map? 3 minutes and 50 seconds, or like 49, somewhere like that. Yeah, I've hit a lot of long Nomad 2s. I don't know, I kind of noticed. Right, I mean, we have a lot of mechanics players in this tournament, you know. I think they'll appreciate having these types of maps.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do have, you do have your mechanics check. Yet again. This is This is a lower BPM than last week's in round of 16, but there is more of that stamina requirement, and honestly, there is more of a flame requirement. We're kind of, not really pulling the punches with these No Mod 2s right now, but the difficulty will speak for itself. And as we get into the second PI, the map stays really consistent. It, tests your flow aim, has these sort of pickup PIs where you see the spacing change. But the first half stays really consistent, and as we get into the back half of the map, you'll see that not much else changes. Style of map doesn't change too much. Obviously, difficulty stays pretty constant, but the jump aim requirement as well, you're gonna notice almost negligible. Obviously, you could still miss aim, but I mean, if you look, it's really the flow aim and the stamina that's gonna get you, as opposed to last week being sort of like the 200 BPM. You saw some of those flow aim changes. And with the lower BPM, right, the difficulty really going to be more apparent as we continue later into the map. With that in mind, final PI coming up. And you can see the spacing, it's still consistent, but it does, it's still a threat as it is throughout the rest of the map. And that's your No Mod 2. Final stream section to really close the map out. And that's your map. Nothing much else to say. No super crazy diff spike, just some streams at the end, and that's it. Thank you, Ellie, for the replay. It's really good. And yeah, now we've got our No Mod 3 coming up. All right. And this is your No Mod 3. You're gonna have Deka's map of Byoshin Zenkai Girl by Mio Yamazaki. This is honestly by far the hardest No Mod 3, at least in terms of star rating, as opposed to the wackier No Mod 3s we've had in weeks prior. This is just there's some of the wackier, more flowy No Mod 3s. This is just gonna be snap and flow alt. It is also really high SR. This is a 6.4 star pool, but this map, like base SR, is like 6.4. Honestly, that's kind of overweighted, but
Yeah, this map isn't really too hard. The only hard part, in my opinion, are these type of patterns. Yeah, gonna be missing on those type of patterns. The alt and flow sections, especially the TI and the square, is gonna be the hardest parts of the map that might catch you off guard. I actually played this in a tournament, and this map it's not too hard, but it's not too easy either. I have to lock in on these, little double patterns for the notes into the sliders, kind of where you slider break or anything.
Yeah.
Especially with these squares. So, and the quads. Can't forget about the 4 note first.
The patterns do flow a lot more naturally than they look, though, I'm gonna be honest. It's really not, like, as weird as it looks, though, of course, the map is still difficult.
Yeah, and it's these little longer patterns that might catch you off guard because you can see everything else in the map, but then you get caught up on these little patterns. So might want to watch out for specifically those, if not anything else.
Yeah. And yeah, more snappy aim patterns as we get into the second key of the map. And this is where the map kind of calms down, takes gives you a little bit of a breather. Okay. And there it is. That's a killer flow pattern. That increasing flow, that's gonna kill a lot of combos. But if you do manage to hold into it, you don't really get to take much of a breather. Especially because the next Ki is also pretty brutal with the snap aim. I mean, you can see it. The spacing increases. Obviously, the sliders don't let up. But it is just... yeah. Also that, yeah, this final square will kill some people, I think.
Yeah, the squares are looking the hardest part.
Yeah, well, that's just how it is. Like, whenever I'm a speed player, the squares become impossible, so that's okay. That's okay. But that's it. That's your No Mod 4. Or, sorry, No Mod 3. And then now we're gonna have No Mod 4 coming up soon.
Yeah,
5
No Mod
digits
4.
rejoice.
Ooh, Flying Castle. This was from 5WC, if I remember. I also have this in Tesco's tapping tournament, so this map is just not, I can't really say your standard tech map, but there are some factors. Well, there's one pattern in this map that I'm sure a lot of people will break on, and it's kind of like a bunch of sliders.
Oh, it's just the slider bursts, yeah.
Yeah, the slider burst, kind of the hardest part of the map, but this map, the only thing that's really, like, different from, that pattern, but the only thing really different from this map and other tech maps is the kind of all-tiered sections into the sliders. And, not kind of your slider, not really your slider tech, No Mod 4, kind of on the all-tier side.
Yeah.
Not really the hardest part being the sliders, but just the burst in this map. So if you struggle with low BPM streams, this might be the death of you.
Yeah, I mean, as we get into this halfway point Ki, you do see sliders are still quite deadly. You still have to follow up with them, but the flowing requirement is really going to be what's tested. Saw last week's No Mod 4 with the alt tech. This is going to be more of a flow tech type of map. You see it with the slider burst as well. Yeah, this map.
Oh, my bad.
This map pulled pretty commonly in 5-digit, most notably, as Mattel said, 5WC 2023 semifinals, and as well as 5UC2 finals weekend. So I do imagine I don't think anyone got far enough and is also playing in this tournament to have seen it in those pools. But yeah. Otherwise, in the final tech section, these final burst sections are deceptively hard if you can't control your cursor enough, and that's gonna be your No Mod 4.
Yeah, pretty cool map.
Yeah.
So now we're getting into No Mod 5.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure this is the low AR pick. Or no, this
Wrong.
is 10. Never mind, this
Wrong.
is wrong week,
Ooh.
my bad. But yeah, tapping map. I think I have played this before, but I don't really remember it as a tapping map. But yeah, this just gonna be your burst here, kind of longer on the burst, 8 notes with a lot of triples. But if you can tap 240 or whatever BPM this is, you should be
230, isn't it?
Yeah, 230, I think.
Yeah, this is 230 BPM, but know, if you can tap 240, probably gonna have a good time on this still.
Yeah, those sliders gonna be catching a few people off though if you're not really good with the sliders. Kind of what the main difficulty of this beginning section was. The sliders, it took the longer kind of bursts. So
I mean, we are still in the sort of bursty phase of No Mod 5. You saw it. This map sends a lot of bursts at you, but it's definitely got a lot more control to it with the buzz sliders, the slightly awkward aim. Just an overall more difficult pick compared to Kyoki Rambo from last week. And there's another one of those killer patterns at the halfway point. Have some slider aim as well to, you know, to spice things up a bit. Yeah, it is a big step up from last week's No Mod 5. I mean, yeah, now that we're out of we've sort of weeded out a lot of the players with the lower skill cap or less tourney experience. I think the pools this week and for subsequent pools are gonna get a lot more unhinged. Maybe not unhinged, but a lot more, you know, a lot more creative. Quarterfinals was just a taste.
Yeah, kind of a watering the bounding the waters. I don't know what the saying was.
Yeah, testing the waters.
Oh, testing.
There you go.
Thank you, man.
Yes, bro. But yeah, you see it. This map is... Do not let the star rating deceive you. There is so much more to this than, you know, than just tapping. Though obviously that is what you're tested most on. But this map does not really let up from start to finish. You only get these sort of small sections to break as breaks. There it is. That's gonna be your No Mod 5 for this week. And now we still have that No Mod 6 that we introduced last week. What could it possibly be? What could it be? Well, guys, there's No Mod 6. I get it, you know. Let's talk about it. It's low AR reading this week. It's low AR.
Let's go.
Congratulations, reading players.
The reading players are eating good today.
You have reading in the pool. If you have complaints with the song, please consult the mapper. And yeah. By the way, the past 3 replays now, including this one, have been done by Ellie. Thank you, Ellie. In the meantime, let's talk about this map. You can kind of see it. This is really more of a low AR sort of consistency test. You see some overlaps, but a lot of the test is going to be sort of in these stop and start aim patterns. Isn't very reading? Yeah, I guess so. It's not as reading. Yeah, there is some stacks and some like back and forth patterns. So you do have to sort of read into the rhythms a little bit. Yes, this is Will Stetson. This is a Will Stetson and Neurosama cover. And there's a stack again. But yeah, the aim, because of the low AR, it's actually AR 7.5. I believe it's the lowest we've dipped in this tournament so far. It is a very tough pick for sure because the low AR sort of throws you off with the BPM. And the ending section also does not pull their punches. Like you see the sort of changing flow and even those triples. And also overlaps. And there it is. Nomad 6 for you this weekend. Thank you, Ellie, for another replay. This guy's been absolutely carrying our replays this week, thank God. My goat. Here we go. It's hidden one, guys. Hidden one. It's aim. Follow replay, by the way. Yay. We have Ein Klein, or we have Iris by Ein Klein mapped by I think it is mapped by Mitach. Who is Dark Mitach? Is that just normal Mitach? That's just normal
That's
Mitach.
just normal Matosh.
That's okay. Yeah, so this map lowers the BPM a little bit compared to last week. So we're going down from like 240 to 202 now. Still pretty long at 3 minutes and 40 seconds, but AR 9.4. But yeah, still testing that awkward aim that we saw or still testing. Well, I guess more awkward aim now, as opposed to sort of just high BPM. Oh, by the way, USC just dropped.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Flames just sent the thing.
Oh great. I'll have to announce that soon.
I can't wait to play USC.
Me too.
Yay. Are you playing this year or just doing tryouts? Wiki. If no one got me, I know Aiden Fintrigon got me to replace me. Alright. Oh. This pool, or this map. Now you can see it, lots of awkward angles. Yeah. I mean, this map kind of just throws every type of aim at you. You've got some wide angles. You've got some just straight up high spacing aim. You've got some geometric patterns. Like this is really just tossing everything at you. Alright. Yeah, Follow, by the way, has a really good play. Like, this guy is, I mean, it's 2x100, but this guy, basically 1x100, like, up to here is crazy. It's so good. And you can see, Final Ki, the aim really starts stacking up against you. Those lower spacing, awkward patterns, you know, taking all the brakes off now. The spacing increasing as well. It's absolutely absurd. And it, you know, it does not let up until like the very end. Yeah, it is hard aim, dude. Makes it all the more crazier that Follow got this replay out. there. And again, even into the final section, the mechanics, you know, taking a little bit of a backseat, but the reading absolutely does not. You get more start-stops, you get more overlaps. It is an absolute killer, and you're gonna see some more in a second. This back and forth is like actually gonna kill so many people who don't end up playing the map. I can see even the reading player struggling on this. And there you go, the start and stops. Really gotta keep your eyes out for those. Now this map is really fun. I played it last night at like 2 in the morning. Took me like what, like 5 or 6 tries to get the FC. Pretty awesome. Yeah, the grind, you could say. Now we have Hidden 3.
Type shit. Type shit. I didn't have it.
Yes. Yes, bro. And here we go. Yeah, we're getting an M2U map in your pool. Yeah, we have Rollpan's map of Pool Vadis. Map by Rollpan. CS2. It's a shorter pick. Yeah, the Hidden 3s, I've noticed they've been a little short, but this map, it is going to test your flow aim and some of your rhythm. You'll notice you see some of those beat switches into 1/3, but primarily you're going to be looking at flow aim control here. And you can see it. The flow aim, so much axle and decel here, so many snaps, like cuts. It is an absolutely brutal flow aim test. With the added rhythm complexity on top, it just makes it absolute tear to play. And you see it, really, it never lets up. You see it more, you see the 1/6, you see cuts. The map stays quite consistent throughout, but that really only harms you if you can't play the map. I mean, you can miss anywhere. And I just want to point out that follow holding 99 back into the ending is absolutely demonic. I don't even know where he breaks. And that's where he breaks, okay. Oops. Yeah. On the shorter side though, so yeah, only 2.5 minutes long, so you know, not the worst thing in the world. But there you go. That is your Hidden 3. And welcome to Hard Rock 1. You've made it to the Hard Rock pool. So, here we go. We have Rail's cover of Plus Danchi, mapped by Jonathan LFG. We have Ellie. Is this considered an old map now?
Really old, honestly.
Yeah, it's a relic from, hold on, let me check again. It's a relic from 2015, that is 10 years ago. Wow. Yeah, this map might honestly be older than some Osu players. But yeah. Yeah, we kind of let go of the sort of tech thing going on with Hard Rock 1 last week. And you have a lot more aim. It's a lot more aim focus now, but That's not to say it's not gonna be straightforward. And you see it. Still got a lot of patterns you can miss on. A lot of more awkward angles. And these sliders, the slider jumps, do not want to miss out on those. How often they show up, they are an absolutely deadly pattern to play at times. Yes, bro, pulling for hype. Hype, moments, and aura. We're pulling for hype songs and aura. Aha, 1/3's coming in at the halfway point. But yeah. You see it. More triples. First two Ki is very similar to each other. But I guess I'll talk a little more about the map stats itself. This map, again, pretty long, 3.5 minutes, 180 BPM. Yeah, CS 5.2. It's before Hard Rock, that would be CS 4. And yeah, old map, I guess. We're at the point where we're calling 2015 maps old now. How crazy is that? Here we go, into the ending. Here we go. You see the jumps get a lot more difficult. Even some bursts added in. Yeah. Absolutely insane. Okay, that's unironically true though, because like, when did you guys gain like, when would you say you first could like formulate consciousness and thoughts and stuff? Like, how old were you when you sort of like basically gained consciousness? Oh man,
I was a late bloomer.
GG. I vividly remember. I think I gained consciousness on like literally my 4th birthday.
Oh, type shit.
Like just I remember coming out. Thank you, JPEG. Anyways, Hard Rock 2. It's a short Hard Rock 2 this week.
We all know.
We have.
I mean, Hard Rock 2.
Yeah, Hard Rock 2. We have Lewis Cole's Blimp. It's more. Last week we had the Yoasobi aim pick. This time we have Blimp as the more alt pick, alt aim control pick. We have returned to our vices, and for that, for me, it's pooling Hard Rock 2 alt. Truly can never get away from it. And this map is really short, so this beginning section is going to be really important. But this Ki, yeah, you can see the flow aim is absolutely insane for a Hard Rock 2. Also that, I think a lot of people are gonna break on that. Like everyone. Blimp. Yeah. Yeah, this map is a little diff spiky, but the length does make up for it. All right, and that's your Hard Rock 2. You've got your precision map for the week. Yeah, it's like 150 BPM, by the way. Should note that. Coming up next, we have LKX Shore's diff of Zero Talking by Harumaki Gohan. The top diff of this is used a lot in like 4-digit tournaments as a Hard Rock 3. And let's get into it. This map. This is similar to last week where you're gonna have a more swing alt style map. But in place of you have more of an accuracy check this week. You get a lot of sort of changing swing rhythms on you. And this map is long as well. CS 3.9, so the aim is less stringent this week on the CS, but at 3.5 minutes, you are going to have to stay on your toes for the whole map. Yuri pooling. And ooh, some killer patterns. These sort of these doubles, very silly. I don't think there's much else to talk about, but some of these patterns also do not let the star rating deceive you. Those are going to be combo. Yeah, those are going to be score cap patterns right there. Those overlapped sliders. You know, if you're still sight reading maps in this pool in semifinals and you're doing, you know, you're thugging it out great. All the power to you, but you know, at some point it's got to stop. And I think this is one of those maps. You know, this is one of those maps where you just cannot sight read this. At least if you want to do good. Oh hell no, do not sight read, bro. Ooh, more thingy control, stamina. Ooh, 7 notes. And here we go. Final Ki. Very silly stuff going on. Gweeheehee. And yep, USA State's Cup came out anyways. You see now the swing part, you know, sort of giving way only a little, because now you have a lot more aim in these sliders. So the ending now, not only is your finger control getting tested, but your aim control as well. Absolutely deadly combo overall. I don't know. I find this harder. I personally find this harder. I think maybe it depends. I really do. I feel like this one is harder. I can't lie. Okay, and next up we have a DT1, and we have, we have. I don't know if these guys are like Spanish or Portuguese, but we have Para mim tanto faz, mapped by Baz and Sorex. This DT1 is relatively short. It's like, yeah, it's like 2 minutes. And it is legitimately just a straight farm map. Not Spanish? Okay, Portuguese. That checks out. Oh yeah. Okay, I can. Oh, never mind. I hear it now. That's Portuguese. But yeah. This is legitimately just Oh yeah, it's AR 10.2, not 10.3. But this is just straight aim. It's 213 BPM aim. Yeah, you can tell by the O. Yeah, and you can tell by the flash. Also, ooh, tapping section. Finger control section, guys, watch out. Yeah, pretty short. Pretty, you know, it's a DT1, alright. And that's it. Bring back Metallis DT pooling. The people are speaking, Ellie. They want it back.
Damn, my
Come
bad.
on.
My bad. We'll bring him back.
Yo.
Don't worry.
Bring him back. For DT2, we have, we're lowering the BPM ante a little bit. 255, but we have Mitsuki's rolling beat. We have Blue Archive in the pool, guys. Osu players, we are not defeating the allegations. Yeah. This is a more high BPM finger control tech pick as compared to past few weekends where the DT2 has been really straightforward high BPM bursts. This time around, sort of switching it up. And you can see, yeah, still got your still got your dose of bursts, but now you mix in a lot of triples and doubles with these slight tech elements. It's a really short map overall as well. It's like, what, like a minute and a half? Yeah, less than a minute and a half, so I have a shorter DT pool this week, so every section is going to be that much more important. Now you get a little break after coming back into the second Ki, final Ki. There it is. Gonna be really similar to the first Ki. I think there is lots of potential for breakpoints here, especially with a few inopportune misses with how short the map is. But with that speaking, that is really all there is to say, and that's the map. Alright, it's time for DT3. Ooh. Yeah. We have System 0 by Dash 45. Type of map a beekeeper would play? What does that mean? So, anyways. Yeah, this map. Now we're seeing the lower BPM map take more of a stamina role this weekend. It's a little hard to find stamina at this star rating, so there is some finger control elements to it with those doubles, but I mean, it's really just unrelenting tapping, constant bursts, constant finger control. Not too much else to say. It's Dash 45, I'm sure you know what that entails. But we do still keep some of that finger control element even in these longer bursts. And as you hit the halfway point, there it is. You're gonna see a lot more stamina coming into this portion now. You already see it with some of these back-to-back bursts and streams. A little bit of a moment to cool down until you are hit with even more stamina. This is just gonna be a draining 2 minutes. And it is quite low. It is only 207 BPM, so you know, it's not completely locked out for, you know, for non-tapping players. If you can play streams, I would imagine you can play this quite well. And of course, the finger control still gonna be ever present. And yet again, a short DT map. That is all there is for this DT2 to say. Yeah, AR, I mean, it is about just below AR 10. It's AR 9.9. We have a little bit of a lower AR this week. And that's it. That's gonna lead us into DT4, which is another short map. We have Lin An Chuyu. It's yeah, old, like it. This is an old map. This is even older than the map before. And this map, like, we literally only have 60 seconds to say much about it. So let's go run down the stats really quick. 1 minute long, 144 BPM, AR 9.7. That's 8 before double time, and you can already see the difficulty comes in the form of aim control. It's DTL. It's snappier this time around. You know, we have a lower BPM DT1 now. That kind of opens us up to do more with the slot. I think this is the equivalent of like 290 jumps, though. With how short the map is, you know, difficulty, right? Not much else to say, and we're literally coming into the end of the map. And that's it. We got some old map awkward DT aim for you, very fast. Thank you for the replay. And we're coming back over to our free mod pool now. DT4. Yeah, we've got Iana Wotsukai by Roreru, mapped by Alden, and replay by Falu. Thank you, Falu. So story about this map. I think Falu, no, not Falu, sorry. Metalis was originally trying to pull this in. Ellie, do you remember if it was quarterfinals or round of 16?
I think it was round of 16. It was really
Oh,
quick.
yeah. Yeah. He was trying to pull this in round of 16, by the way. So let's talk about the map and more. 190 BPM, 6.15 stars before any mods. AR9. So AR9 CS4. So Hard Rock players is going to translate to CS 5.2. And I think you can see already why we moved this to semifinals. After Hard Rock, I believe this is actually 6.5 stars, almost the highest star rating in the pool. Yeah, it is hard. On Hidden, you have the awkward aim. On Hard Rock, you have the awkward aim on top of the increased spacing. And on AR9, this is quite dense as well. Those flowing patterns. Yeah, Metalis wanted this round of 16. I really don't know how we got to this conclusion, but we're not going to talk about it. And here we go, halfway point yet again. We have some more silly patterns. Ooh, funny silly patterns and stream coming up. Gonna kill a lot of, or could kill a lot of people who don't see it coming. Weehehehe. More aim coming up. Waiter, more aim. Yeah. Also, this is the first. I think this is the first non-English free mod 1 we've had the whole tournament. We made it halfway through the tournament, pulling English free mod 1s. How silly is that? Oh, and also ending pattern's gonna kill so many people. Who wants to chain miss on that? Me.
Me. I do.
Waiter, more chain missable patterns, please.
Waiter.
No. It's a hard as fuck map. It's fun though. It's fun, I'd say.
Oh,
Still hard as fuck. Up. We got it.
oh.
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 Wait. Almost there.
I blame compatibility.
Hey. Yeah. So guys, free mod 2 this week. We're really pulling old maps now. We have the Kirby mix diff of Kanojo ga Ichiban Shoujo Nanoka. This map 2.5 minutes long, CS5 AR8, 140 BPM. I think you can already see what the shtick of this map is. It's sort of gonna have just old map alt.
It's your
Bom,
standard
bom.
anti-mod.
It is just your standard anti-mod, yeah. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, it's fun, I'll say. We could have had a hidden replay for this, and then I decided to overtap the very ending and slider break. I would not be surprised if this ends up being hidden favored again, because the flowing becomes a lot more accessible on hidden. Especially those patterns, just absolutely crazy. But yeah. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. It is just your, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just your standard anti-mod. The past few, I think, with the exception of Wing My Way, I think the past anti-mods have been sort of just all over the place. We're not gonna talk about Gang Poem, but you know. Oh yeah, also, in terms of easy multiplier, if we're gonna talk easy multiplier, honestly, this is like also 1.5. The easy multipliers for this, just because of how accessible the map is, I mean, it's gonna be low again. But yeah, you can see the patterns are very symmetrical. Some of them are just exact replicas from the first Ki to the second. And also these patterns, I broke on these on my hidden run. And that's it. That is the map. Congratulations on surviving up to the free mod pool. There is no free mod 3 this week, unfortunately, so that means you are going to be given the tiebreaker. It's time. Let's talk about it. You've got Natsu, you've got Regression by Natsu, mapped by Advent. This map is going to be another mechanics tiebreaker. We're returning to mechanics, but it's still gonna be a hard mechanics TB. 6.63 stars, 190 BPM, CS4. Ignore that break. Gonna have a hell of a time. And I mean, in terms of mechanics, this is a full force, like it's just like a full force mechanics TB. He pulls everything at you, high beat, or high spacing aim, streams, even a 1/3 section with some pretty killer snap aim. You are on your toes for the entire map. Also, Falu, this was like my sight read as well, which is really silly. I didn't go back to get an improved score. Yeah, Ellie did though, unfortunately. And here we go. We're building up into the one of the first key eyes of the tiebreaker. Just constant bursts and aim thrown at you. Does not stop. We even see more tapping now. But if you are lucky enough to survive the first Ki with combo, you are greeted by, the break, a ray of light, perhaps, as well as a slightly slower section. And here goes. We're back into the map. More tapping, more aim. It is... No, there is no end to it. But you do get to slow down here. The BPM slows down a little. You get to take a breather before the 1/3. At least before the real 1/3. Here it comes. You survived the mechanics, and now you are greeted with the 1/3. You have back and forth jumps. You have boss screen sliders. Have triangles. It is throwing every type of 1/3 pattern at you, and it is pretty easy to anticipate, but it is definitely not as easy to hit necessarily. And we're coming back to a little bit of a break, but it's only foreshadowing for the end of the map. Another transition. And some calmer aim before, before the storm of the final Ki. By now, you have got to be nervous, and you better hope you have some gas left in the tank. Because this last section will not let you breathe. It is... Oh yeah, also I messed my accuracy up entirely there, but you have streams, you have slider jumps. An absolutely brutal last section. Chain misses are almost guaranteed if you are not on top of your game. And even in this final stream section, you see it. The flow aim is deadly on these streams. Also, I miss. Oops. And a final space stream to cap the map off. Strolling into the ending. And that's going to be your pool for this weekend. Semifinals, we're down to the top 12. We've got 2 matchups in the winners bracket, and then we've got 8 people in the losers bracket. Figure only 2 of them get to move on to the finals weekend, and I am very excited to see how those matches play out. As always, if you are still in the losers bracket, please remember you have potentials to schedule. That means you have to schedule you have to schedule with your current opponent and the opponent, and with both players in your adjacent matchup. If you need help scheduling, please please make sure to let us know. And pool will be on the sheet soon. Schedules will be out on the sheet soon. And good luck this weekend.